All right, good evening. We're going to call the meeting to order. On most devices, it is 6 p.m. And so that will be our official time. If we could please call the roll.
Sure. Commissioner Urbani. Commissioner Barnes.
Here.
Commissioner Hawley.
Here.
Commissioner Abadi. I saw Commissioner Chorin. And Chairman Alderman Parrish.
Here. Thank you very much, Ms. Buzel. We have a short agenda tonight. We're going to start with an approval of meeting minutes from April 27th, 2026. If anyone has anything they'd like to discuss about those minutes.
Move approval. Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None opposed. We do have 2 items on the consent agenda. And if you are here for item 4A, Joe Goldberger for 7421 West Ridgeview Drive, LLC, that application has been withdrawn. So we are only discussing 2 items on the consent agenda. Item 3A would be Paul Brisky. The application is seeking certified survey map approval for a 1-lot land division to partition the existing home from the farm field for the property located at 11713 North Farmdale Road. Item B, Freedom Fireworks. The applicant is seeking minor request approval for temporary use to allow for a fireworks sale tent in the vacant lot of the property located at 10401 North Cedarburg Road. I do want the Planning Commission to know that we do have one gentleman who has registered to speak. He is opposed. He is not able to speak unless we were to pull this off the agenda. I understand he had a brief conversation with staff before the meeting and was able to review the packet and learned a little more information, but he did still have some items. So you can kind of make your own motion here if you'd like to pull anything from the agenda, or if you'd like to pull anything, let me know here.
Well, I think we should pull off the fireworks so that he can speak.
All right. Why don't we go ahead then and approve item 3A then on the consent agenda as I read it.
So moved.
Second.
Great. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Consent agenda item 3A approved. If Mr. Michael Radmer would please approach the podium and just confirm your address for the commission and just ask any questions you have.
Yeah, my name is Michael Radmer. I'm right across the street from the lot, 10436 North Cedarburg Road. And the concerns I have is since that, there's a couple of them, since that redesign of that intersection, I've had so many close calls with accidents being rear-ended that I've had to actually go past my driveway to avoid being hit to go into Quick Trip because my driveway is right at the left turn lane. Now, some of that's been addressed with the fact that the approachment's going to be coming off of Donges Bay, is my understanding. Second, what is being done as far as security, police presence in that area? Because it has kind of gone downhill since the Alpine Village has moved, if that makes sense, because there was always, just about every day, there was a police across the street, and we didn't have to worry too much. But right now, there is so many vehicles going down through that intersection doing at least 60, 70 miles an hour in a 45. So my concern is now you're going to increase traffic at that intersection. And I'm just hoping that nobody in my family ends up being, should I say, injured because of, an accident down that corner. And also theft maybe in that, and people breaking in. I need to make sure that there is a police present over in that area.
Great. Thank you for taking the time to attend our meeting and express your concerns. I think staff can address the approach to the site and where access would be. Perhaps security. I would just say that this was at the Mequon Pavilion last year, and I had similar concerns. That's across the street from my district, but essentially the same. But everything is locked up at night. I'm not aware of any complaints. The fire department and the police department did kind of review the plan, and they didn't have concerns. And we can certainly relay your concern about security to the police. That's no problem. It's just 10 days.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a problem to have stepped up enforcement.
Is, the other question is, this is going to be a one-time thing, or are we going to start seeing a Halloween house across there in October and, other items? Is this going to be an ongoing?
One business that so far,
Okay,
and I don't think we pick winners and losers in our municipality, so if another one were to come, we'd have to approach it on a case-by-case basis.
yeah, I don't have a problem with the business being there. It's just the right type of business being there.
We agree, and it's temporary, and it's kind of fun for the season. They are restricted in what they can sell, and they're aware of that.
Okay.
So again, it did satisfy the police and fire department, but you also had a concern about access, which I think staff could
Yeah,
could
yeah.
answer.
That was answered.
On that
From what I've read, am I correct, that the approachment will only be from Donges Bay, and it will be blocked off. The current approachment on Cedarburg Road will be blocked off.
Yeah, that's correct. This is the staff-created site plan on the screen here, which shows that Cedarburg entrance being blocked off. I've already spoken to the applicant about that, and they're okay. They're going to put a barricade so that there's no vehicular access off of Cedarburg Road. It'll just be the curb cut along Donges Bay Road. And that's, again, similarly intended to reduce traffic concerns and there being multiple access points at the site.
Okay, and you've handled overflow parking too and all that.
Yeah, one of the other conditions that we've also spoken to the applicant about is that they'll have an additional employee of their own on site to kind of help facilitate traffic coming in and out and make sure that there's not, too many cars on site at one time. So they'll have a dedicated person in addition to the 2 salespeople.
Okay. I'm satisfied.
Well, thank you again for taking the time to attend. Again, we'll ask staff to relay some of the security concerns to the police department. We did not have problems in the past, and hopefully this is a one-time thing, by the way, because hopefully the site will be redeveloped in the future. So
That's what I'm hoping.
yeah, so it's maybe just helping the owner pay some taxes. So thank you for sharing your concerns.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I will bring it back to the Planning Commission for any further discussion.
Is staff going to do a report? Staff report?
Does staff have anything to add?
A lot of our main concerns have already kind of been discussed in what the individual brought up. But yeah, the fire department and police department have been made aware of this. So the fire department will go out similar to the TNT fireworks approval and make sure that they're complying with the city ordinance about selling fireworks. And yep, again, 10 days similar to TNT's approval. So it'll be June 25th through July 5th, same hours, 9 to 9. And in terms of security, they are also going to have a storage container on site. So all the fireworks will be locked up at the end of the night by the staff that's working.
Thank you. Commissioner Hawley.
I guess we have had issues on that intersection before, with Quick Trip, with garbage, with noise, with traffic. Hopefully Donges Cove is going to happen right across the street, and maybe this will be a one-time thing. I hope for the neighbors that there aren't any problems, and if there are, I certainly would not approve this again next year.
Absolutely. Commissioner Barnes.
I just got a few things I wanted to ask about clarifications. I guess the first one is I think there's a need for off-site signs, and it's mentioned in there with no parking. But I'm very concerned, despite the plan, and I do agree with the city's plan that you're showing, but still concerned about cars pulling over and stopping, and so I guess it's signage or police enforcement, and how, extra work may be needed there to mitigate the uses through there. So I guess it's what extra enforcement there could be. And then how is the objective of all access egress via Donges Bay Road, how is that going to be accomplished? I mean, I saw the exhibits here, and it's shown up as a curb blockade. I guess I'm very concerned that it's a relatively smooth ride up and so forth, that there could be enough violators of that without doing it properly.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's somewhat the intention of having the additional staff member on site to kind of help facilitate that. Not, someone who works for Freedom Fireworks to help make sure that that barricade, which again, if you go up to Exhibit B, that's the barricade that staff is recommending. That's a little taller in height, a little harder to get around if you're in a car. And then again, having that extra person there to make sure that there's no one coming in off Cedarburg Road, and to make sure that people coming in and out are, coming in at the right time. And if there's multiple cars coming in, maybe waiting for people to exit before additional cars enter the site.
I guess the exhibit that just flashed by here, I would understand how that might be used on site for kind of enclosing the sales area, but I hope something greater than that, or more significant. I'm not suggesting what, but to keep vehicles from coming off of Don. Or Cedarburg, pardon. Yeah. And then I guess, are there going to be signs along in there that directing motorists to use Donges Bay to get in? I didn't see anything indicated here.
Yeah, that wasn't a condition that we had, but it's something we can ask the applicant if they're open to putting additional signage up to kind of clarify entry and exit points, and also to clarify that no street parking will be allowed, which is again a condition of approval. But
okay. And so I guess I'm just thinking that there's a general need for some more signs for directing traffic, just to make sure it works. I think that was pretty much really all of my concerns.
Thank you for sharing them, and I do think the item number 2 says signage on tent to be limited to entrance and exit signs. So you're just saying you want some additional signs right at the front entrance, not on the tent.
Yeah, I think so, because I can imagine there would be an easy for people when they see the thing established, and easy to pull over on Cedarburg Road, despite the proximity to the intersection and so forth. Just a quick convenience. So it gets into an enforcement matter and so forth is what I'm wondering about there. Oh, also I did just a detail when I looked at the site, where the driveway is off of Donges Bay. I drove in on it, and it's simply that it was a pretty rough ride. So I would think for encouraging customers to be using the driveway as proposed, some fill ought to be put in for, at least for that. Now maybe that's intended, but I think it's a real clear requirement here.
Thank you. Any other comments from the commission? Commissioner Urbani.
Yes, I was not going to comment on this, but since we pulled it off the consent agenda, I am curious why. I think the applicant was willing to have a porta potty on site, and like with the site, the fireworks site that we have over by Sierra, they don't have to cross any streets to use any local restrooms. But here, it's a fairly busy intersection, and there's no, drawn in crosswalks or anything. What was your reasoning for the no porta potty?
It was mostly intended to just reduce clutter on the site, considering there's going to be, cars going in and out, and there's already the tent and the storage container. We don't anticipate that people coming in to buy the fireworks don't necessarily need a bathroom facility, as it's probably going to be a pretty quick in and out service. For the employees, the intent was that since Quick Trip is just across the street, it's kind of easy access, and that reduces the need for a physical porta potty on the site.
Well, just because of the traffic in this area, and I would support having one there for 2 people for 10 days, running back and forth across the street. I don't want to have any accidents either.
Okay, so we may modify items 2 and 10. Any other further commentary? All right, Commissioner Bonnie, did you want to take a crack at it, or?
I don't have the staff
Okay, you don't have
notes
to.
in front of me, but I would move
4 others,
approval.
okay.
And if there's a line item that says scratching the porta potty, I would remove that.
And so you wanted item number 2 modified to have additional signage at the access
Yes,
at
I
the road
support additional signage as well.
for entry and exit, and then you wanted to strike item number 10. Is that what you said?
That's it. I don't have the list in front of
I
me.
think that's what I
The one
heard
night
you
I
say.
didn't bring my computer.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
We had a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None are opposed. Approved with the additional conditions. The next meeting, again, item number 4A was withdrawn from the agenda, in case you are here for that. Item number 5, the next meeting is Monday, June 22nd, 2026 at 6 p.m. The only other item is to adjourn, if there is a motion.
Move
So
adjournment.
moved.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you. Have a good evening.